Hi, I'm Jed Herne, author of A Clockwork Prison, which you can read for free by going to jedherne.com, and this is Daily Writing Advice. There's so many ways to think about story, but today I want to share with you one particular, not really acronym, I suppose it is an acronym that I've developed to think about it, and it is the 4 C's of story. C number 1, conflict. C number 2, change. C number 3, care. And C number 4, captivation. So let's go through those. C number 1, conflict. Things have to be happening in your story. If there's no opposition to what the characters want, then it's not really going to read like a story. It's going to read like, I don't know, a non-fiction guidebook for getting from one side of Middle-earth to the other. Not very interesting at all. Conflict is the lifeblood of stories. That brings me to C number 2, change. If nothing is different at the end of the story compared to the start, then like what the heck did we just go through? Even on a more micro level, there should be some kind of change every chapter, every page, every scene. Because if there isn't, then really you're just treading water and stalling for time. And when I think to the middle sections of some novels in particular, this is a big issue. There's no change there. And one tool that you can use to evaluate change, which I think I've talked about before on Daily Writing Advice, is this idea of a value shift or a polarity shift. So for example, a main character begins a scene in peril and must escape it, and at the end of the scene they have escaped it. What you've had there is a value shift between death to life or danger to safety. And if you string up enough of these value shifts and make sure there's constantly something changing and shifting in your novel, then that's how you're going to make sure that your plot feels like it's progressing forward. So that was C number 2, change. C number 3 is care. If readers don't care about your characters or don't care about the plot, don't care about the story's world, then they're probably not going to keep reading. Pretty self-explanatory. And that's a massive topic to get into about how to make readers care, so we'll leave that for another time, but just keep that in the back of your mind. Readers should care about what's happening and have a kind of vested stake in the outcome. And then C number 4 is captivation. So captivation is probably the most simple way to think about it is suspense. Is there always a question on the page that readers want answered? Is there always something hooking their attention, driving them forward, making sure that they are willing to sacrifice sleep and stay up late at night to read your novels? So let's go through those 4 C's again. C number 1, conflict. Make sure that things are happening and that there's outer conflict and inner conflict. C number 2, change. Make sure that things are developing and progressing, because if they aren't progressing, then you're just treading water. C number 3, care. Readers need to actually have an interest in the characters and actually be sympathetic about their goals and what they're trying to achieve. And then C number 4, captivation. How are you hooking readers? How are you creating suspense in your stories? So I hope that's a useful framework to you to consider when you're writing your own stuff. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for listening.